Are you a sun-smart fisherman? If you're not, you better sit back and watch this video from Kayak. Hi guys, I'm Glenn from Kayak, and as we all know that summer's now come to an end, and geez, it was brutal out here. We had record temperatures and the sun was beating down on us every day at, well, just incredible heat. Now, if you're new to kayak fishing or you're wanting to get into it and you're worried about what sort of clothing to wear, well, I suggest you take note of what I'm going to put in this video here today. Before I start, I have to give it the Grim Reaper effect. If you guys out there think it's macho to go fishing out of your kayak, especially a sit-on top kayak in a pair of football shorts, a singlet, thongs and no hat, well, you're very much mistaken, because there's nothing macho about laying in a cancer ward dying from melanoma with your family around your bedside. It's not a good look, it's not a good way to go, and not good for anybody. So there are a few things you can do to prevent being sunburnt or the chance of getting this melanoma. Not all of us get it, but some people do, unfortunately, and it's fatal in most cases. I've seen it firsthand. It's not the best. So I'm going to explain to you the clothing that I wear, or what's available out there to all of us. Let's start with hats. One of the hats that I use is a Columbia fishing hat. Does the job. It's ventilated at the back, it's got a good peak, a brim, covers the front, but there's a fault with this hat. It doesn't cover the ears, just doesn't cover the ears very well indeed. So middle of summer I tend not to wear this hat. I wear it before summer, or maybe from about now up until winter time. Also, another cap that I wear, not in summer because there's no protection on the ears, much on the face here at all, or the back of the neck, but I wear this when I've got an action camera or my GoPro on the top and I'm filming while I'm fishing. That's the cap I use. But when it comes to the middle of summer and you're out there in your kayak and the sun's beating down on you and you want to stay out there for longer, well, really there's only one option that I believe works. Not really a cheap option, they're around about $50 to $60 each. You can get them cheaper on eBay, and that's a Legionnaire's hat. It's this one here. Another Columbia piece of clothing. All it is you're fitting it like that. Got a good brim. It's got the thing at the back, the Legionnaire part of the hat, and it covers everything. It covers your ears, your face, your nose and your back of your neck, so there's no way of getting sunburn in this part of your body. Right? And if you combine a hat like this with a buff, and we all know what they are, all it is that combined with the Legionnaire's hat, you will stay completely burn free or sunburn free on your top part of your body. That leads us to the next part, shirts. Shirts are very important. I use a couple of different shirts. One is like a competition fishing jersey, long sleeves. It wicks away moisture, but it protects your arms, it protects your chest, your back, your shoulders from sunburn, and looks quite good. The next one I use is another Columbia piece of clothing, and no, I'm not sponsored by Columbia, it's just that I like their clothing and it looks good, feels good on, and it works. This is a Columbia from the sportswear company. Great shirt these. It's the PFG one. You can see that. Great shirts. I've got a couple of these. Not a cheap item, but they look, you can't put a price on this protective clothing really, and that's all it is there. Okay, long sleeve, once again wicks away moisture. When it gets wet, it's like water for duck's back, just flows off. Really, really good. Next piece of clothing is your legs. Now, two parts here. If you're fishing on top of a kayak, you're fully exposed. You're just no way out of not getting burnt. So you use long pants, and what I use is the Columbia PFG again, fishing pants. We've all seen them. Once again, UPF rated, stain resistant. They keep you cool in summer. They also keep you cool, warm in winter. They're a really good piece of gear. They undo at the knees if you want to walk around once you get out of the kayak, but if you're in the kayak, you're fully exposed, grab yourself a pair of these fishing pants. They're very, very good. You can get cheaper ones which I believe do work. It's just that I prefer the Columbia brand. They're around about $90 a pair, so they're not a cheap item, but as I said, you can't put a price on one, your health or your safety and your comfort. So there, once again, water comes off them very, very easy, because as you know, when you're fishing in a kayak, you're going to get wet. So these things work very, very well. Now, one thing with those pants that I find when I first started wearing them, the tops of my feet weren't covered, and I was getting sunburnt on the tops of my feet, virtually on the top of the ankle. It was excruciating the next day. So all I do is I wear a pair of nylon socks. Once I'm in the kayak, I put the nylon socks on and I am completely 100% covered. Also too, sunglasses. Sunglasses is another thing you must wear. Grab yourself a good Polaroid pair of sunglasses. That'll cut down the glare, because we don't want your eyes to be damaged. So basically that's the clothing that I wear. But I've got to say, guys, you're spending that much money on your equipment, your lures and everything else. Please spend some money on your clothing. This is about protecting yourself, protecting your body from the elements. We're fully exposed when we're kayak fishing. We're exposed to the elements, especially in summer, and quite frankly, we need everyone to stick around and participate in this wonderful sport we call kayak fishing. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Go to your big box stores, get online, have a look at this fishing clothing, look for the UPF rated clothing. You will pay a little bit extra, but that little bit extra makes your day so much more enjoyable. So that's it, guys. I thought I'd put it out there. Once again, thanks for liking us on Facebook under Fishing Yak, also on YouTube, which you're watching here now, of course, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So as I always say, no question in kayak fishing is a silly question. So until next time, I'm Glenn from Fishing Yak. Catch you on the water.